Hello! Today we are going to be trying resolving one of my biggest issue that I've got with electronic devices, and it is that one big pile of accessories that've got wires and they are tangling one with each other and creating that really horrible mess. So pulling something out from like that is just a horrible experience. This is just example of things that I pull out from my drawer, and most likely you've got something similar in your electronic lab. Things that you don't want to throw out, things that you don't want to sell, but you would like to keep them just in case you would like to use them for like a video and you will need like a specific type of plug. And the idea is that you don't want to throw them into basement or attic because they are going to be destroyed. For example, when you've got problem with moisture, if you put something into your basement, you might pull it up just like that. So your brand new cable, nicely tied, is going to be thrown out because of the water damage. So definitely you would like to keep them safe, and to keep them safe, the only thing that I came up with is to keeping them at home. Through couple years, I was looking for solution how to make them safe and nicely organized. And one of the things that I came up with is to putting each individual cable into Ziploc bag, just like that. When we've got like a power supply, I put here a voltage rating. So I'm just browsing through and selecting the one that I need for like a video or for a project. But as you can see, it is looking absolutely horrible and it is wasting a lot of space, and also it is not protecting those elements through like the environment, so I cannot put them into basement. My other attempt was using a sealer, and for example here I've got a power supply that is in this bag. As you can see, it is pierced here, but the idea is that I put the label here, I put what kind of plug I've got, and it was like nicely protected, but as you can see, it is not airtight, and you really cannot put them into your basement to stay safe. But recently I was watching YouTube video where I seen guys who are preppers and they've got like a doomsday bunker, and for securing their food and like munitions, they were using a device like this, which is a vacuum sealer. And after packing something with this device, removing air, you've got like a airtight package that looks very similar to the one that you can get into in like your food store. So here you've got, for example, like a steak, and it is nicely packaged and secure and prevented from any elements. And I deeply believe that if this device is going to be working as advertised, this problem will never happen again. I will never destroy any wire, any cable, any small electronic devices that go into my basement. So yeah, this is going to be extremely interesting. So let's take a look. It is a vacuum sealer that is intended for food, but as long as you are not going to be telling the device that you are not putting food, everything is going to be fine. I go with premium model, and here you can see the model number. It is totally automatic, so it's going to be creating vacuum and sealing automatically after a one button press. But of course there is a manual mode. Here you can take a look at the specification just in case you would be interested. So let's do our unboxing. And here we've got our user manual, but we are not going to be reading that because the device itself is pretty self-explaining. So we've got absolutely no problem, no need for that. This element I will present you in second. Let's unbox our machine, and as you can see, it is pretty beefy. it is presenting like this. So definitely it is worth to getting like a bigger and more massive unit. It is nicely made out of metal here. This is how it's presenting. Here is a very interesting element. As you can see, we've got that tiny hole, and it is a vacuum port that you can use with this accessory and those adapters to attach here. And at the end, you've got your vacuum. So if you've got like a jar, you can plug it and remove the air, or you can use it as cheap vacuum source for your all project. So if you are needing like a vacuum pump, then with this you can get it really cheaply, like you've got 2 in 1. So a very good deal. Let's take a look at our controls. So here we've got our main power switch. Here we've got our accessories, and you are going to be using this to create vacuum in like a jar or any external application. We've got our pulse vacuum, which will allow you to control the vacuum by yourself. So it is going to be extremely useful if you would like to put like a electronic device that can be crushed by the air force. So you can basically adjust it and make as you want, then you release it and it's going to be sealing it. For everything else, you just press this button, vac and seal. One press, it's going to be evacuating air. It is measuring the pressure, and when it's going to be leaving, we evacuated as much as we need. It's going to be preset by the manufacturer. It's going to be creating seal and you are done. So one press, you can do something else and it's going to be done in seconds. Then we've got just a regular seal, for example, when you are going to be sealing the bottom, and you've got the extended seal to get like a heavier one. You've got couple seconds more, and we've got our display. To open our device, you are grabbing that handle and you go like this and you are unlocking it. Here is your sealing element that is going to be getting hot, and this is what is actually creating melting the plastic and creating seal. Here is our vacuum part, so your bag goes into that area to evacuate the air. Here you've got the cutter for your bag, so you are going to be fitting your bag here, just like that. You are going to be closing it down and then going with the nice knife like this. And as you can see, it nicely cut it. This is how the bag is presenting, and as you can see, one side got those grooves. And if you are going to be asking yourself why they are created so when it's going to be touching like this, it is never creating like a seal. You always got those tiny grooves that air can evacuate, and it is removing all the air. If you would try this with like a regular bag, like this, it will just stick it like this and not evacuate the air. Here it is like always there is a small air channel. Very interesting design. Here you are putting your bags, and what is very interesting, this one is pretty large, but you are purchasing them in all different sizes, so you can get like a medium one, we can go with like a large one, or with the small one. So all the flavors that you are requiring, you've got no problem. One side is very nice and transparent, so we are going to be perfectly seeing what we are doing, which is great. And let's put our bag, so that guy goes here, just like that. And we go like this, and I will plug it into power, and we are going to be checking it out. I plug our device to power, and we can enable it, and as you can see, we've got a light. Then our first thing is going to be this HDMI to DVI cable. Definitely we don't want to destroy it, I do not need it right now, but if I would like to try like a projector, then I'm not going to be purchasing it back from the Amazon. I would like to keep it safe, in my basement or in the attic. So the first thing, you are going to be checking out what kind of size we need, and I would say that this is going to be nice and decent. So let's go with this. Let's nicely cut it, just like that. And the construction of the bag is that here we've got the opening, here we've got the second opening, so we need to seal one of the bottom parts. To seal the bottom, we just need to align it with our sealing element. We go like this, and we are closing it down, and we are just pressing seal, and it is working. And if you would be interested, here we've got a counter. After a couple of seconds, it is going to be counting down, as you can see, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it is nicely sealed. We can open it and just take a look what happened. We've got absolutely beautiful seal. Can you see it? And now we've got a nice bag that allow us to put content in. Let me nicely go like this. I will just throw it in. We go like this. This part need to go into the vacuum chamber. We are closing it down. It nicely clicked. And we are pressing the vacuum and seal, so it is just a one-button operation. And as you can see, it is creating vacuum. Can you see it? How nicely the air is being evacuated. Can you see this? And we've got a countdown. Now it is the sealing timer. And basically it is done. So let's give it just a 1 or 2 seconds. We open it. And just take a look what we've got. We've got absolutely beautiful seal in the airtight packaging. Just take a look. We can nicely see our wire. On that part, we can print out label on the demo machine and label it out. But you can nicely see that this is HDMI cable. Just take a look. No tangles, no mess. You can throw it out into your basement. Since it's airtight, it is not going to be passing any water. And I just love it. I absolutely love it. Let's try with something different, like with a small electronic. So here I've got a power supply. Definitely you need to keep something like this because it's got a special plug, so it is going to be really hard to get a replacement. I do not need it in my house, but in the basement one day it is going to be a good use out of it. So let's go like this. Let's select our size. I would say it is going to be fine. We are closing it. We are passing our knife. We go like this. And after a couple use, you are making it very simple. You go like this. You are sealing it. Here it is. Okay. We open it. We put our power supply. The best would be put it in the way so we can read our label. Okay, how it's presenting, in my personal opinion, perfect. Let's make this wire there. So we go like this. We close it down, vacuum and seal, and it is evacuating the air. Just take a look how beautiful it's presenting, and it definitely detected that we've got a correct vacuum inside. It is sealing. Just take a look. 0. We are done. We can open it. And we've got our airtight package. Can we read our specification? Absolutely no problem. But here we've got a nice spot If we feel that we need, we can grab like a Dymo printer and create a nice label here. Just take a look. Another thing, it is done. Just see how nice they are presenting. They are not mixing with each other. They are just looking cool and are nicely organized. Let's check this VGA cable. Definitely I do not need it today, but one day, why not? I think I will put it like this. This is the correct orientation. Let's see, for our VGA cable, we go like this. We are cutting it. We are nicely moving it like this. And after a moment, you've got like that motion that you are doing it just like that. One pull, one cut, one press, and it is going to be nicely sealed. Let's give it a moment. And great. We open it. We go like this. We throw in our cable in the way that we can nicely see our plugs, which is very important. Okay. We go like this. We close it down. We press vacuum and seal. And it is nicely evacuating our air. Just take a look. Totally waterproof and safe for long-term storage. Just take a look. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And we are basically done. Just take a look. Tell me how it's presenting. And we can throw it into like a bin. Nicely labeled. We need a cable. Can we see what kind of cable it is? Absolutely, you can nicely see your plugs. And it is great. It is absolutely beautiful. Let's imagine that we would like to vacuum seal this cassette player. And I choose this for a reason. That's because it is plastic case, and when we are going to be applying pressure, we can break it down, and definitely we don't want to do it. So let me create a bag for it. So we go like this. We nicely cut it. We go like this. We close it down. You see how easy it is after that motion. When we are going to be learning it after a couple use, it is just a breeze. Let's give it a moment. We've got 0. And we are done. And now we are going to be grabbing our cassette player. We throw it like this. We go like that, just as before. But this time I'm going to be pressing this button. And I'm going to be creating vacuum as much as I want. And it is enough. Not more. I leave it. It is sealing, as you can see. And we are done. And I was controlling the vacuum, so as you can see, it is not pressed that hard, that we are not risking breaking it. But it can be safely stored from any water ingress. Absolutely beautiful. Let me try a couple more things of the camera. I was testing different bags and I seal couple more devices. And as you can see, we've got absolutely beautiful results, even with like power supplies that've got like a Euro plug, which is quite unusual. But the bag is really sturdy, so we've got no problem. Like tiny cable, even like a USB for the printer, no problem. Cable for the phone. Yeah, in my personal opinion, that's looking absolutely amazing. So in my personal opinion, with a little bit of effort and nice vacuum sealer, you can turn something like this into nicely organized bag. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you find it interesting. See you next time and bye bye.